Hello guys, it's time to read bad reviews of movies. Yes. And it's bad even though hilariously bad reviews. Well, I came up with this idea. On Metacritic you can read reviews and you look at any bad movie, any movie under there's both positive and negative reviews. So here it is. The Sonic the Hedgehog will be the first one here. The movie just came out and there's some really awful reviews, okay? Sonic CGI was terrible. Anytime he held something or something was on him, it looked horrible when they were in the real world. The reason for Sonic and Tom was stupid because they were besties in like no time. Carrie Johnson were ridiculous, and the chemistry of 15 Thomas' wife was so unbelievably bad it felt like they were divorced. Whole movie was so bad it was laughable. Utterly laughing at this garbage. I played a few Sonic, never been a huge fan. You're not even a fan of Sonic, first of all. You never, and good thing you're avoiding a very, sometimes even, or what most 90% of Sonic fans are actually not that bad. There's of course that 10% that nobody wants to talk about. We're not going to mention them, but there are three notorious individuals that I don't want to go over. But yes, your review makes no sense. Basically, the CGI was actually pretty awesome, pretty great, and it's a, Tom realized, that whole point is that they're supposed to get a relationship throughout the movie. It's like you guys just don't understand that Sonic has always wanted to have friends throughout the whole movie. This movie makes no sense. But here's the next one. This is the Lord of the Rings 8.8. The Rock the Pikachu keeps Kangaroo checks. I mean, people's video game hard on back of faded, definitely but the audience continues to so. I enjoy it, but there's no masterpiece. I'd rather make a legit video game franchise about not some live action hoax. This is just, dumb. And here's another person. If you suppose the youngest fellow Sagas gave us what we good was for Saga Versa 2 came out person 23. Oh yeah, this is the 10% of Sonic fans. They refuse to play anything else past Sonic Adventure 2. The Sonic fan base, there's the classic Sonic fanboys. There's the people who think that Sonic hasn't had a single good game since Adventure 2. They haven't clearly played games like Sonic Generation, Sonic Rush, and even some of the more underrated Sonic games like Sonic Lost World, just to name a few. And older Sonic fans will be remotely good when he was 40 with the kid 60. Really? No more older than age of 5 to appreciate. Well, I guess you should just go watch Birds of Prey if you really. And I'm surprised I haven't seen a Birds of Prey. And also, I watched the movie, the Sonic movie, and there were no homophobic slurs in the movie. That's telling you. There was absolutely no homophobic slurs in the movie. The people, Birds of Prey fanboys are lying. You can see that most of these reviews are very unhelpful. No one trusts these negative reviews because they're just not good reviews, okay? And, and some of these are, and here's the best one. Hey, it's not for Sega fans at all. It's for the kids today, which makes 0 sense. Waste the money. I think Sonic was originally designed for kids, so your argument completely falls apart there. Sonic is actually designed for all audiences, but the Sonic character is designed for a mascot for all ages, kind of like Mario. Sonic was intended for Mario. Of course, you don't understand their history. Next movie we have is Alita Battle Angel. Yes, Alita Battle Angel has some negative reviews as well, and actually they're much better than the Sonic reviews, that negative Sonic reviews, which are there. But yes, we're going to at the Alita Battle Angel, and there's one really bad one, all the way down here. All the way down here. Where is it? Okay, we'll stop at the top. So, here we go. A bold movie for special effects. A lot of mistakes. Film mature and possibly teenagers. Well, the movie's rated PG-13. If you really want to watch a movie, well, then why just go watch Despicable Me if you really want to watch a film for children. That's a film for children. Okay? Stupid Minions and all those movies. Those movies are for freaking kids, okay? Next, we're going to be starting to see that Marvel is for kids as well. Okay, I'm not reading this entire review. Not reading it. It's like a very long review. What a mind was scheme. And the more dislike reviews are the worst ones. Boring story. Everything already seen. Era of music. Standard characters. Ugly physics. Oh yeah, and your review is completely full of grammar errors and stuff. Yeah, what a great review you made. And then there's the one review that was out there. Thank you for ruining my one of my favorite manga series, Howard. I hope you put in dialect to fill you out. I think this person put the wrong review. I think this person was meant to put for Dragon Ball Evolution. Which, of course, Dragon Ball Evolution was a disgrace to Dragon Ball Z. I think you put it on the wrong movie. And a masterpiece turned into a mediocre teenage movie. What a shame. Good. The cast is fine. The gun looks fine to me. The bed. Bad. Second most important part of the movie. The city is busted. Oh, shiny, almost clean and grips. The city's open, dark, rusty, and dirty. If you take it, oh, actually, that isn't that bad review. That's just someone that's complaining. So, but then we have here, Robert Rodriguez has fallen into the bag of names. Who took a great idea and turned to disaster while keeping away from greedy and to his source. Rebellion finds itself for a comedy crusades and turned to, oh no, not again, a teen movie with very bad choices. Well, if we want to see a teen movie with very bad choices, let's go watch Twilight, okay? And then watch We About Angel. And tell me which one is better, okay? Another big budget movie trying to desperately to ape the Morales and it's based off a manga. It was trying to be like the manga. It actually was more like the anime than the manga. So I guess the anime is more like the Disney model as well. There's a thing called I don't call it Disney model. I call it the blockbuster model. If you really want to talk about a movie that strives for the blockbuster model, let's look at Man in Black International. That's a movie that is essentially trying to do that. Or Dark Phoenix is even a worse example of that. Or Captain Marvel was made by Disney themselves. And yes, we're done. And if you go on Bookspot's reviews, yes, Bookspot's reviews, one of the most overrated movies of last year. Bookspot's reviews, there was one positive review that is just absolutely hilarious on his site. So most of the positive reviews is essentially, hey, the movie is great, it's awesome, it's a funny movie. But there is one review that stands out to everybody. That stands out as the worst review, one of the worst reviews besides the Sonic comment, on Metacritic history. So, if you go all the way down here, I will have to find it. Someone had the bad to read about Angel because Bookspot had mixed reviews on Metacritic, which, is absolutely hilarious that someone... Here we go again. It's by Avenger Dragon 56. I don't understand why the user rating is so low. Maybe it's because people only like to read about Angel. Well, if people only like to read about Angel, then it would be #1 movie of all time on every site. Well, that's why... And I bet the only person who found this helpful was themselves. So, we're done looking over that. Now, we're going over Joker. Yes, Joker. So, Joker has a 9.1. On Metacritic, it's actually one of the highest rated movies of the year, of last year. But there are some negative reviews of Joker. Yes, there's a lot of negative reviews of Joker on this site. And we'll be getting into the worst reviews. So there's a lot of negative reviews basically saying, oh, it's the worst Joker, or blah, blah, blah. It's one of the worst movies of the decade, blah, blah, blah. And some of these bad reviews are kind of more helpful ones, but when you get to the bottom ones, here's the thing. It falls too tell for the story of Joker. The movie has really no purpose. Phoenix's performance was good, but the rest of the movie was flat. Well, I saw the movie wasn't like that. The movie wasn't flat. If you want to watch a flat movie, let's go watch Men in Black International. That's what, if you really want a flat movie, or if you really want a flat movie, go watch Hunter Killer. Oh yes, one of the worst movies of 2018. One of the few movies where I felt so bored I fell off hope of some excitement. Joker was actually not boring at all. It was really exciting, and despite not being an action movie, it was very, very, very great. It was, the story is what's supposed to get you engaging, but this guy is really complaining because there's no action in the movie. I wonder what his top reviewed movies. I bet they're all the Transformers movies and all the Marvel movies. Worst comic movie I've ever seen. I watched the good reviews. Probably paid reviews. Only 1.5 hours movie. It's dragging. It's so boring and senseless. It's not even funny. Well, of course, it's not supposed to be funny, idiot. It is supposed to be a tragedy. Tragedies are not supposed to be funny. Okay? They're not supposed to be funny. Okay? And then there's a lot of these just really bad reviews that will not hold a candle to, all the actual positive reviews for this movie. So, Joker, like the top rated reviews are actual valid criticisms of the movie. People can't have valid criticisms, but then they're saying criticizing the movie for basically the genre it is. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Or saying that people paid reviewers to give good reviews. Even though Rotten Tomatoes keeps the score at 86% for The Rise of Skywalker. Next, we're going to The Avengers. The Avengers is, of course, a modern classic of superhero movies. And, of course, it is one of the most historic movies. But now we're going over the bad reviews. Oh, here's the first one. Horrible film. Absolutely no content whatsoever. Not as well as uses in the genuine emotional action in this movie. Have you actually seen the movie past the first 2 minutes? Okay. Nick Jackson is broken up by stupid one-liners, was constantly added to the sour and unrealistic characters who wouldn't be very fodder like acting like superheroes. The plot-wise is very badly done. They try to make the movie full and me it's 10-15 action scenes. But you said there's no action in the movie. This is just stupid. This review is just terrible. Okay? And 20 people must have found this helpful, but they must all be DC fanboys. Because during the early decade of the 2010s, DC was in a slump. And of course, don't call me a DC fanboy because I literally defended a DC movie not that long ago. So, yeah, Marvel fanboy, DC fanboys, don't put your pitchforks down. But who are the 20 people who said this was a great review? Helpful review, okay? I finally saw Avengers on the other night. I was expecting much more from Joss Whedon, the deep conflicted characters and the dialogue. And then just some of these reviews, it just gets worse. This one. Poor attempt at filmmaking contains many basic jokes with abysmal story and mediocre acting. Poor film even by Marvel standards. Here's a word, something from DC. So the only people who seem to be giving this movie bad reviews are DC fanboys who couldn't accept what's their big movie of 2012 was the awful Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. Oh yes, what a masterpiece of film that was. Next, we will read Bad Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Yes, there are people who hate this movie, despite being one of the most inventive and greatest Marvel movies, probably of all time. Probably one of the greatest superhero movies of all time, because of its characters and because of its story. But there are people who hate Guardians of the Galaxy, surprisingly. And unsurprisingly, like every other thing, despite having high praise, being one of the best superhero movies of the last decade, it just seems that people hate this movie as well. And let's see the negative reviews for Guardians of the Galaxy as well. So, this is just... Okay, so here are the bad reviews, okay, for Guardians of the Galaxy. It was memories... Okay, this is... Joy was screen of Captain America may be opposed to Dubai events or Carson. Of Carson, boy, viewers of... Okay, this is a very, very long review. And of course, there's a lot of, actual, good reviews without of the most helpful reviews. But, of course, we're supposed to show you the bad reviews. Yes, the bad reviews. So here we go. I thought this film was overrated. I saw the news and drugs threw me up. I thought it was over, but who was I kidding? The new day it would be so hard. I was in Subway. That's when I saw the film. I knew it was a remake of Space Goblin 3D4. Then me and Zelda hit the zigzagging bolt and zigzag boom. The money wasn't the issue. And had came. The rest was 99% of the coolest was the scene of the movie. Get ready for the climax of the movie. your review is completely garbage. Moving on. The movie must have the most IQ-free jokes and bad actors or bad story I've ever seen. This movie's a big joke. Well, I'm sorry, but your opinion makes no sense. I have never reviewed a movie before. I came to promise you anything of old who wrote the script does not have an IQ higher than A5. You don't understand humor. Well, if you really like bad humor, I know what movies to recommend to you. Booksmart and The Grinch by Illumination. If you really or the upcoming Peter Rabbit movie. Peter Rabbit 2 and Peter Rabbit 1. Or, Trolls, or basically any animated movie of 2019. Basically. Okay? And that's if you want to watch, and Pikachu does, Detective Pikachu does not count as an animated movie. It's the same, it's like, it's not animated, it does not count as an animated movie. But, again, your view is just laughable at most. Laughable. If you're an idiot, feel free to see this movie. If not, enjoy, do yourself a favor and watch something that's not utterly pathetic in every way. Oh yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. If you really want to watch an unfunny movie, I have an even better one. Look up any bad comedy in the face of the earth. Any actual bad. I already mentioned the movies. Those really bad kids movies that are coming out nowadays, these really bad animated movies are not really funny. And are funny for the first few times you see them. For example, if you want to see something that is really bad, has really bad jokes, just watch Walking with Dinosaurs 3D. That's what they call it. So, and it's just a lot of bad reviews. So next we go into The Dark Knight. Oh yes, one of the most critically acclaimed movies of all time. Still has its haters. The Dark Knight still has its haters. The Dark Knight is, I used to think this movie was very, very overrated because it was popular. But again, I used to not like things just because they're popular. But of course, I have, matured over the years and realized that hating things because they're popular only, makes no sense. Because why would you hate something because it's popular? It is completely pointless to hate something just because it's popular. But now we have the bad reviews for The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is, of course, a masterpiece by DC movies, and it's probably DC's best movie until Shazam and Joker come out, until the renaissance of DC movies, as I'm calling it now, excluding Birds of Prey. We can exclude Birds of Prey from this group. Aquaman, which is a very great movie. Shazam, another very great movie. And, of course, DC's next masterpiece, The Joker. And the Dark Knight trilogy. And actually, there was another DC film that came out 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. But I was making fun of Green Lantern because that movie completely sucks. Yes, DC did have movies but the Dark Knight trilogy, that was supposed to be the end of the Dark Knight trilogy. So that was really the end of a trilogy. And, so now I'll begin to these reviews. The Dark Knight is one of the most overhyped events in the last 10 years. Batman Begins is pretty good, but this Chris Nolan with Experimental is a too big movie about crime, anarchy, and stuff, but forgot its entertainment value. Okay. If you want to see an overhyped event movie last year, let's watch the Lion King remake, okay? The Lion King remake deserves all its bad reviews. And the most overrated movie I've ever seen myself. It's not even close to classic movies like The Godfather, The Lord of the Rings, Casablanca, Citizen Kane, and etc. And only 5 people found this helpful. I don't think it's the pinnacle of comic movies like people make it out to be. There are a lot of great comic book movies out there. A ton of great comic book movies. There's Guardians of the Galaxy, The Dark Knight, Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse, Joker, The Avengers, Deadpool, and many Logan, and Infinity War, and many, many, many more. And also let's conclude to read about Angel, because that's based off of manga, which by definition manga is considered a comic book. Okay. What happened to the Batman? The characters appeared in the first thing in the Dark Knight was a tribute to Heath Ledger, aka the Joker. No one cared about the Batman as Heath Ledger was so perverted. Really, really, really. This is the review. Only 1 out of 5 people found this. It must be a Marvel fanboy doing this. And a lot of these bad reviews are just absolutely so funny. And Batman will probably be laughing at them as well if we saw all these movies. Oh, here's one. This is by far the worst movies of all time. I never watched Batman because he has no superpowers. I guess you're gonna hate Black Widow then. Black Widow has no superpowers according to you. According to your standards, Hawkeye has no superpowers. Batman has superpowers. He has many superpowers. He is basically a normal guy, but I guess Iron Man has no superpowers because he's just a normal guy who dresses up in a suit. Then, if you want to go by your standards of superpowers, I guess the only superheroes you like is Captain Marvel and Superman because they have superpowers. Okay, not every character has to be have to have superpowers to be good characters. For example, besides Batman, there's the Daredevil, which is one of the most beloved Marvel characters that has not been introduced in the big part of the MCU yet. Of course, we're not counting the Netflix Avengers, which there's no fun because there's less explosions. As I said, the story is horrendous, and we compare the. And we're not gonna read this entire review. The last review is John Wick Chapter 3. I don't think John Wick Chapter 3 is as great as the second one, but it's definitely still better than the first one. All 3 John Wick movies are great movies, and are definitely a must-watch trilogy. They'll make it a 4th one, but the trilogy at this moment, as they're probably some of the best action movies of this decade. So, we'll be going over the 74 negative reviews of John Wick Chapter 3. Yes, the 74 negative reviews of the movies. Of course, there's a lot of the more liked movies, and a lot of the more valid reviews, of course, could be ignored. Because we're going to go over all the bad reviews. John Wick 3, much like another movie earlier, has a lot of actual valid criticism of the movie, but then we have a lot of these bad ones. Another big movie going, John Wick 3 is the worst movie I've ever seen! All the sumo website give me a huge headache. The movie was totally terrible. It doesn't deserve a 1. And I give it a 0. This review completely sucks, okay? And the worst movie of all time, really? Have you seen fucking Cats? Have you seen fucking Cats, okay? That's a movie worthy of worst movie of all time, okay? Or Batman and Robin, another movie worthy of worst movie of all time. Or The Son of the Mask, another movie worthy of the worst movie of all time. Or Food Fight, another movie worthy of the worst movie of all time, okay? Looks like the film has been funded by Chinese investors like non-stop ninja fighting and no story is for you. I guess then Kill Bill was funded by Chinese investors as well. Because that movie has little homages to Japanese fight styles. How does Keanu keep getting look? I've never seen so many hookers where making Keanu look good. Really? This is the... No. Yeah, you're getting the first... Oh wait, I have to log in. God. But, and again, this is the bad reviews for John Wick Chapter 3. So we're done with all the negative reviews of various movies. Okay, I'll read one more for John Wick 3. Here's one. Apparently, good taste is among snobs, specifically violence. The fighting scenes are so utterly dumb and unrealistic as kung fu movies. Basically copying Blade Runner cinematography, a big yawn. Thank God I didn't pay for this. So you pirated the movie. Yeah, your review is a 0 out of 10 immediately. You literally pirated the movie. Well, maybe the pirate police could go after this guy. Or unless his friend gave him it as well. Who knows. So these are the bad reviews for various movies, including the Sonic movie, Alita Battle Angel, Avengers, and John Wick 3. If this video gets a ton of views, I'll consider making a part 2 with other classic movies. I'm going to say Jurassic Park. Let's see the bad reviews for Jurassic Park. The most overrated movie of all time. Thank God that's the only negative review of Jurassic Park on Metacritic. Goodbye.